Hey guys, today we're back at the Cape Cod Canal. We're going to be fishing the October fall run. We're going to be throwing jigs, 6-inch AL gag jigs, mackerel and pogey colored, and yeah, that's about it. They're about 4 to 5 ounces. It's 7 a.m. right now. Just got down here, just about to go walk to the spot. Just got my waders on and everything like that, so let's go see if we can't kill something. Let's go get him. Oh jeez. Where's the white shark to take that thing out, eh?
So at this point, I still haven't had any bites. I've been here for probably 30 to 45 minutes. There's been people catching fish all around me. I can't figure out what it is if I'm not getting out there far enough. I didn't have my surf rod on me because I didn't have one at the time, and I was still catching fish just with this rod a few days before. We're going to keep trying. I got my 4-ounce AL gag jig, mackerel colored, and eventually we'll hook up to some fish. Something that I just forgot to mention, so the technique that we're actually using today. So there's a few techniques that you can use with these jigs. You basically cast it out there as far as you can, and we were flipping the bail and letting it ride down until it hit the bottom. So it would just go all the way down to the canal, and for that reason you got to be wary of all the other fishermen. That's why I chose a spot that you can obviously see I wasn't surrounded by anybody. I didn't really have anybody close. I didn't have anybody within 50 yards of me on each side. So casting it out there, letting it sink all the way to the bottom with the bail out. And you know the current in the canal is strong. If you don't, the current moves it around 4 to 6 knots every day on average. And so that lure's going all the way down, bouncing off rocks, and sometimes you can even catch a fish just like that. But there's all these fish are sitting in these little rips, and when you let your jig fly down the canal like that into those rips, eventually it dies because it gets stuck behind a boulder, and the jig will sink right down, and that's when the bass eat it right there. Sometimes you don't feel it, sometimes it just takes until you flip the bail, and then you just go tight and you don't even know the fish is on there sometimes. Other times you'll just be jigging it after you let it float down, and boom, they just crush it because it just fell into another rip in front of their face.
We got him on the gag. Landed a bass, and of course my GoPro wasn't recording for that, and it had just died. So back at it again. Here we go. Let's find this. Let's get it.
So after that last fish, I retied my lures because my line was frayed. Got back out there, started jigging again. It was only about a 5-10 minute process. Moved some stuff up because the tide was coming in too, and about right here, you'll see that I get a bite. And it actually just happened. It was when I swung that rod back real hard. I got a bite right there, but I missed them. So yeah, basically the bite died, the tide started coming in, and with the rocks that are out in the canal, I started getting snagged, especially due to the current and the weight of the jig. I tried switching up to a lighter jig off camera, but the bite had just completely died at that point. It was about, 12 o'clock, 11:30, 12 o'clock, something like that. Sun was high. Yeah, the fish just weren't biting anymore. They weren't active. The tide was starting to move slow too. It was also high tide. The best time to fish the canal is a east going tide at a morning low tide. That is the best time you want to fish the canal. Other than that, it was a fun day, especially considering I caught some fish without even having the right gear besides, waders and the right jigs. I didn't have the right rod. I didn't really have good leader or line. Yeah, other than that, I was a successful day, especially for it being, one of the few times I fished the canal. Yeah, this is my first video I ever made. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and tell me what I could do better for the next videos and in the future.